Hey guys, it's Sam from Mandarin Duck. I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I want to talk about the Black Hunter and more importantly, why you should buy one. The Black Hunter has really become an icon in the archery world. If you've not heard of the Black Hunter, the chances are you know someone who does. Whether it's New Sensei, Survival Lily, Grizzly Jim, John Hopkins, even the guys over at Malta Archery. Everyone who has picked up one of these bows has more or less had the same reaction. Now there are a number of copies out there, which in my mind speaks to just how popular these bows are. We'll get into quality in a second. But I think there are 5 things that make this bow special. 5 things that put the Black Hunter in a league of its own. Now, this is my Black Hunter. This is the Black Hunter longbow that I have been shooting since 2019. This is the one that when I'm out shooting with my friends, I hand this bow over for my friends to shoot and get a feel with, and they have the same opinion that I do. They absolutely love this bow. And I think this bow is fantastic for people just getting into archery. Yes, of course, those who are experienced archers are also going to love the bow, even if they are an archer who maybe prefers a training wheel. I love you compound bow shooters, but that is the dark side of archery. But even compound shooters, I think, can appreciate the Black Hunter for what it is. But yes, I think this bow speaks to new archers more than anything else because of the very first point that I want to get to: price. Price is a big deal when you're first starting out in archery, and I don't want to undersell that in any way, shape or form. You can see bows that are 500, 600, 700, 1,000, 2,000, even more. And for someone who's just getting into archery, when you see those numbers next to a bow, that is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I spent £500 on a bow once, and I was questioning for a long time if it was even justifiable to spend that much money on a bow. So price is important. Now, I'm obviously, and I've said this before, I'm not going to recommend getting a bow from AliExpress or from Alibaba or any one of those sites. And I've done a video on this before. It's because they are trash quality. I think you should judge whether or not you should get a bow by how much communication you personally can have with the company trying to sell it. I think Mandarin Duck are one of the best. Obviously, if you talk to us on Facebook, you're talking to me, and the only reason I won't respond immediately is probably because I'm sleeping. Apart from that, I respond to them as soon as I see them, and the emails are pretty damn quick as well. So yeah, I think it shows a lot about a company when they're that responsive to customers, and not just people who are saying, oh, I'm thinking about buying this, but also people who have complaints about their bows or issues about their bows or worries or something like that. How quickly is the company going to respond to you shows how quickly, shows how much the company actually appreciates you as a customer. I personally, again, you can take this with a grain of salt considering what t-shirt I'm wearing, I personally think Mandarin Duck is one of the best out there. Everything that I've seen from the company before I worked with them and during has shown me that they actually care about you. Not what's in your bank account, they care about you. So that is a big deal as well. It's not part of my 5-point formula for why the Black Hunter is so great, but I think it is something really important that consumers in general should take into note. So price is a big part of this. When you're getting into archery, or if you're working on an injury and you want to get a bow that's going to be lighter, I personally have a ton of issues with my left shoulder, so holding a heavy bow is really going to hurt me. Holding the Black Hunter, quite a light bow, I can go out shooting all day, so this is brilliant, and the price really lends itself to it. The second point in this formula is quality. Obviously, the bow has to stand up. And again, this is my bow. This is the bow that I have shot for 2 years. I know people who have had their bows for 2 years, for longer, and the bows are still as good as the day they turned up. This is honestly a bow that I've abused. It's a bow that I have most of the time standing up vertically. It's been left in hot cars. It's been left. My home gets very, very, very hot, and it's been left in front of the window during the summer, and it still shoots fantastically well. Just as good as the day I got it. It's a simple setup with good quality wood, which again is why you shouldn't buy from AliExpress or Alibaba. I'm not saying everything from those sites is bad, but absolutely don't buy archery equipment. This is only £30. This is a draw weight of £30. I don't tend to shoot heavy anymore, but still bear in mind you're holding £30 of pressure. That is a lot to do, a lot of damage. Don't get that stuff from Alibaba. So the quality combined with the price helps to put this bow into a whole league of its own. You would expect high quality bows to be ridiculously expensive. You would expect a bow in this particular price range to maybe last a couple of years at best. Absolute best in perfect conditions. But the fact that this bow is just as good today as when I got it, the fact that people have had these bows longer than me and still haven't had these issues, the fact that these bows are still tough and still strong and still going, that shows that the quality is on a whole nother level. Thirdly, comfort. Comfort's a big one. Comfort could be the most important one because comfort ties into my next point, but comfort also determines how long you actually shoot this bow for. I've had a few bows and they've just not felt right in the hand. While I've loved them aesthetically, they've just been uncomfortable to shoot for more than an hour or so. This grip, while I typically prefer quite a low grip, this sort of low to medium grip on this bow fits the hand perfectly. Now I don't have what some may call big man hands. Grr. I have what has often been referred to as old granny hands. But even with my old grannies, this bow just fits perfectly into my hand. And if you prefer to cut the whole thing, if you prefer to tuck a few fingers back, or if you, like me, have gotten into the habit of holding a few arrows in your hand while you're shooting, this bow just fits your hand perfectly. It is so comfortable to take this bow out and shoot. And the comfort ties into accuracy. Because the more comfortable you are drawing back the bow, the more comfortable you are holding the bow and everything else, the better your shots are going to be because you're more relaxed in the moment. I had a bow that cost me £2,000, and while that bow got me great shots and was fairly comfortable, this bow just is better for me. As an archer, it's just better for me. Comfort ties into accuracy. Because it is so comfortable to shoot this bow, the accuracy is just on point. I have had fantastic results shooting this bow. My friends have had great results shooting this, and I'm confident in saying that I am the more experienced archer out of most of my friends. But still, anyone who gets their hands on this bow is gonna get in some cracking scores. And that's pretty important. Now, while I admit you should not be focused on that entirely, you should be focused on how much you're enjoying it, how good the day is. When you are getting consistently good shots, you do feel really good, and it does make you appreciate the bow, it does make you enjoy the sport more, it does make the whole thing more enjoyable. So accuracy with a bow is pretty damn important. It's part of the package. When you've got a bow that didn't cost you an arm and a leg, when its quality you know is going to last you for years to come, when its comfort is so good that it just fits your hand, And when that accuracy is on point, to the point where you know if you miss, it's because you missed, not because of something that's wrong with the bow, that's when you get to the final point of this very special formula. That is what makes the bow fun. Now, I've used the puppy analogy on this bow before, but I'm going to use it again for anyone that's missed my admittedly weird analogy. The puppy is so excited when you come home. Maybe it's been a long day, maybe it's been tough, maybe it's been stressful, and then you finally get home and this puppy is going crazy. It is so happy to see you. It's showing you how much it loves you, how much it misses you. It's running around, its little tail is wagging all over the place. And then you finally sit down and you snap your fingers, and suddenly this puppy turns into a trained wolf, and it grabs you a cold one from the fridge, it gets your slippers, maybe it puts the kettle on, it gets the job done. And that is the best analogy I have for this bow, for the Black Hunter. The Black Hunter is the puppy, because the whole process is fun and exciting, and it puts a smile on your face. The whole process, putting the bow together, putting it up, stringing it, putting that arrow on the string, knocking, drawing back to your anchor point, and then when you loose that arrow, when you let go of that string, that is when the snap comes. That is when the puppy turns into this raw, powerful, focused wolf. And that arrow goes exactly where you want to put. That whole thing is what makes the Black Hunter special. Links, of course, will be down below. This is a bow that I absolutely love, and I have loved this bow since I first got my hands on it in 2019. It is a special bow. It is a welcoming bow. It's a bow that doesn't demand anything from you, but gives you so much joy, so much passion, and it's a bow you'll be happily shooting for years to come. Take care, guys. I will see you in the next one. Of course, if you have any issues or any questions, feel free to comment down below or to send a message over to our Facebook page, and I will happily respond to all of them as soon as I can. Take care, keep safe. I'll see you next time.